Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to my Impact Wrestling review. And there's been a lot of things happening during the whole week, as in regarding to Impact Wrestling, as mostly regarding to the main event of the Redemption pay-per-view on April 22nd. Now, there has been some changes, because I did get a chance to, watch the Impact versus Lucha Underground show. Please check out my review to that. But the big thing of the change is the main event now. And I wanted to speak on this whole thing of what's been going on lately. As you all know, Alberto El Patron has been fired from Impact for no showing the main event of the Impact versus Lucha Underground show. Because I saw it and I just said, wasn't he supposed to be in this match? But then, a day or two later, you find out the guy is pretty much fired from the company then. And you wonder why, because I don't know, man. Alberto, he's just a big case, alright? And I just sat there, and people wondered he probably was going to go back to WWE since he got fired. Some people thought this was a plan of his, so he can just get himself out of the company and get him out of his contract to go back. Because I heard Vince liked him a lot, and I heard he was there at WWE headquarters recently and wanted to go back. I doubt that they would let that guy go back after all the shit he's caused. And listen, there's a long track record in Alberto. With the company, well, probably was both companies or any other promotion that's probably worked with him. But I sat there and wondered why he didn't show up. And then, he did this recent interview since he was fired from the company. He spoke on it. And I don't know how you want to take this. I'm going to just quote it real quick, just some of the things he said. And I'm going to give my personal opinion on it. But he did an interview, it was on the Sport News, of why he missed the event. And he said he had a family situation he needed to attend to. He said his family and his kids are his priority, so it involved them. And that's why he decided to take care of business and take care of his family situation. And he said that's all that happened, he said. And he says when it comes to saying he says, I know the people want to know absolutely everything, but he said this concerns his family, parents, sister, himself, and his kids. And that's how it's going to stay. And they asked him about how was he doing after what happened last week. And he said he's fine, of course, and it's difficult because it's never good to go out that way. He said the relationship wasn't pretty good or completely good. And he said if something ended up breaking it. He said he's fine, he guesses. And he's going to go do what he was planning to do and leave in the pro wrestling business next year. He said it several times and over. He thinks that it's because some of the things everybody wants to know is getting your nose into your business. And is it right to absolutely know everything? He said it's not, and he's just going to continue doing his stuff here and in Mexico, say goodbye to the pro wrestling business. I listened to his statement. What a bunch of bullshit. Okay, first off, okay, yes, your family is important, your kids are important. That's a priority. But couldn't you have called them or said something and say, hey, something came up. It was a very important situation. They could have changed something in the main event or try to help you get through this. Why would you just no-show? They said they were stayed in the same hotel building, and I heard he was at the event. That's what some reports are saying. Because I saw the press conference earlier that day on Twitch TV with Austin Aries. And, I just sat there and thought about, dude, you could have called, you could have said something don't no-show the event and then come out literally a week later. Now you want to say something about it. Why didn't you say this then? Why couldn't you say this before? Why did you wait all this time to talk on this whole thing? Because a lot of this could have been prevented and you probably still would have had a job. But I don't know, man. Alberto, you can't trust this guy. He's just bad news. He's toxic. He's very toxic. He's burned other companies. I feel like Impact should have fired him last time when the whole Page airport situation happened. Because, by God, man, and I got to put blame on Jeff Jarrett on this, too, when this whole GFW bullshit happened. You pushed this guy to be the main event and put the world championship on him. Now, I don't know how much they were paying this guy, but they say he was going to be one of the highest paid people in the company, and he was going to even resign, but they were smart to get rid of him because he's bad news and he's not good to work with. Because I thought it was silly that they pushed this guy to the top and had a main event Slammiversary last year. Pushed him, come on, put the world title on this dipshit, for God's sakes. And I felt bad for the guys. Like, he was taking this spot. Like, could have earned your way up there, but when I'm seeing him beat Bobby Lashley and EC3 and, you know, a lot of top guys left the company pretty much because of this. EC3 is gone. Bobby Lashley's gone. Hell, Low-Key left. I believe it had to do something with that. Of him being pushed to the main event. Some people the reason why that's why he left, because he felt like he should have been pushed to the world title. And Low-Key was pretty pissed. I thought he was going to win the world title when they actually had the whole Destination X event going, but that was like literally a week before the whole pay-per-view thing, and, you know, they had to suspend him and stuff. And I even liked when Jim Cornette came back on Impact. He pretty much buried them and stuff. He buried Alberto out there, so I actually agreed with his promo. But I can go all the way back from WWE. Now, the first time he got released, okay, yeah, that was on some racist shit. That was messed up. And then he was doing great in Ring of Honor and Lucha Underground, but then he left. He went back to WWE the second time, got fucked over really badly, if you ask me. They did not push this guy, really. His run sucked, his second run. And, you know, great wrestler, but as I don't know, man, just as a person, just toxic, and we all know how the Page situation has gone out to be, and I've said this about both of them. How many chances are we going to keep giving these two? Because these two get multiple chances. Page and Alberto, they get several chances. I'm just surprised Page isn't still fired. But from threatening Triple H, wanting to beat him up, calling him a big nose pussy, calling out Usos, calling out New Day for the whole rap line, and you know, the sex tape thing, and then they said they are married, then they're not married, and then there's always been reports of him getting some stabbing incident, or Page is there, and we all know about the whole airport thing, or I don't know, there's allegedly there was cocaine, and it was just getting bad, and well, now he kind of blames Page's family for what happened, saying that they made him believe that WWE was sabotaging their relationship, even though I remember Page's brother writing about he was worried about her sister, and it was like just many reports, and they should have just fired the guy the last time. They really should have, but you bring him back, and he said, I didn't do it, I didn't hit her, and I don't know, man, he can't be trusted. But it's like he's making up excuse after excuse. His cover stories don't make a lot of sense to what they're going, and can't even, you know, he can't even get his story straight half the time. And I already said, Impact, they deserve some credit on this because you signed this guy. And you should have known how toxic he was going to be. But then there's reports of, during the whole Lucha event, they said he didn't even go back. They said some video, I haven't seen if that's true, but some video surfacing about him. He was getting drunk somewhere with Carlito at another place around New Orleans during that time. So they say he was getting drunk or he was on stuff. So I don't know what type of shit he's on. Like, honestly, this guy needs help if he's really just going to keep bullshitting people like this. Because what promotion is really going to work with this guy? Who is really going to work with him? Come on. You burned Impact 2 times. I'd be surprised if WWE brings him back for a 3rd time. I don't know about Ring of Honor. I don't even think Lucha will. I don't know anybody that will book this guy. Seriously. Because he is toxic. He cannot be trusted. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. But like I said, this guy should never been pushed to a main event. And I was actually kind of looking forward to the whole wow, these hiccups are really coming at me. The whole Alberto versus Austin Aries for the world title at Redemption. But I believe now they've changed it to a better main event now, since they kind of announced that really quickly. And it's a shame, too, because all this build-up means nothing now. And it means nothing. It looked like it was going to go somewhere good. But now you kind of screwed that hole. So now they got to build something up in like the next 2 to 3 weeks to get this over now. And, you know, when they even kicked off Impact tonight, they kind of, you know, went back to Lucha, we're out of Impact footage, and even kind of addressed the whole Alberto being fired from the company. His contract was terminated and stuff. So they got rid of him. That was a good thing. And now the new main event will be Austin Aries versus Pentagon Jr. versus Phoenix for the world title, which actually sounds like a better match, even though it was kind of like a match we already saw at the Impact versus Lucha show on Friday. it was really good, and I'm sure this will be a better main event. And I'm sure a lot of people may not even know who these two are. Listen, go watch Lucha Underground. Pentagon Jr. is a fucking star down there. Okay? Watch his matches with Prince Puma. Watch him versus Vampiro. Watch him versus Matanza Cuerto. Phoenix, freaking great. Trios champion with Errol Star and Drago. And the recent one, I believe it was on the last season, when he went against Mario Martinez. Very great wrestler. I never knew they were real brothers, though. That was one thing that surprised me. I never knew Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix were real-life brothers. Wow, these hiccups are hitting me. But, yes, they are real-life brothers. It's a better main event. So, yeah, but, you know, just this whole Alberto thing, just fuck him. You're giving this guy too many chances. Just excuse after excuse after pretty much fuck him after this, because you could have called, you could have said something, you could have informed the company, you could have informed Ed Norholt. They probably would have helped you. No, you just no-showed and gave no excuse till now. Kids important, yes, but don't bullshit people and go out at the last second. Tell them you have an emergency, okay? Just tell them. It's just excuse after excuse. Should have been fired the first time after the whole Page thing. Should never probably been the world champion. Pushed this guy too big. If he was back to WWE, I'd be surprised. But moving on, like I said, main event to Redemption has changed. Watch Lucha Underground if you want to know more about these two. But kicking off the show, Eli Drake came out with his two briefcases with a tag team and a world title. Kind of had the what treatment for a second, and he kind of what back at him. And he didn't care about the tag one because Chris Adonis pretty much backed out on him since he's gone from the company. And Moose is a dummy for putting his case on the line. And then he say he's going to come after Austin Aries since he's got like 15 titles. But as he continued to talk, LAX came out. LAX did the thing. Conan, of course, series like a late period. And got some people to chant a little and said that, you know, Drake is the president, VP, the treasurer of his own fan club. He doesn't trust Drake. And he wanted to know who's going to trust him with attacking him at the last minute. And he called him a hoe. And Drake says, you know, a lot of guys can't be trusted. But he said, Conan, you know this guy, he said. And he said he's one of the greatest tag team wrestlers and a former world champion. Next thing you know, big pump. Scott Steiner comes out. Pretty much telling Conan to shut up and called the crowd white trash and rednecks, of course. Wow, my hiccups are really bad. Saying he's one of the best half of the best tag teams in the business. He was the most dominant world champion in the NWO. And told the millennials to look him up on your cell phones and look up on YouTube because he's world famous, bitch. He said, mark now April 22nd because three things are going to happen. LAX are going to lose the titles, get their asses kicked, and find out why Steiner is the man with the shortest fuse and the largest arms in pro wrestling, as he said. Conan said, pretty much went on, I don't know what type of language you speak, some linguistic thing going on, but, disrespect the Latino nation, and he talked about Steiner. And he said, hey, Drake, Steiner might not show up. He may show up late, or he may kick your ass before the match. And he wondered if Scott Steiner even still had it. Ex people chanted LAX then. They may try to chant, you still got it, probably. But he's going to keep it 100. And he said he looked Steiner like he could tear up a piece of chicken at a luau. As Conan called him old man Conan. And Conan said Drake looked like Brody from Homeland. Drake said that, you're a wedge, you're a useless tool. And it's going to be the big bad gravy daddy and the big bad booty daddy. Because that is not insult. That is just a fact of life. And then Conan cut him off saying, we dictate, we're the champions, so we dictate what's going on. Hasta la muerte después. And then Steiner cursed at him. I am surprised Scott Steiner is even in this match. And I saw the thing with him and Teddy Hart. I don't know if Scott Steiner still has it in the ring. Was he like 50 something, I believe? I'm not really sure. Still looks jacked to the gills, don't get me wrong, but is he actually going to move in this match or do something? That's why I'm surprised he picks Scott Steiner. But Scott Steiner is always hilarious to listen to. He has some fat asses. I thought he would have done a math problem. His promos are just They're so bad they're just hilarious. Scott Steiner's promos are just hilarious to look at. Everybody wants to know or like to know where I've been. But great promo out there, even though it took after the show. You got Conan, you got Drake, you got Steiner. So 3 great guys on the mic. It was really really good. So even though it took a little after the show, but I'm looking forward to read to that match, see some crazy stuff. So I am surprised. I thought Steiner was only here for a one-time thing last time for his anniversary, but hey, Big Papa Pump is back. So Scott Steiner is here again. But next thing you know, they talk about Redemption. They played a GWN clip, Jade versus Rosemary last year at that 6 Sides of Steel match for the title. I remember Gail came in ringside. Even though Rosemary won, they did play that that Nobody's theme when Billy Corgan and stuff was still part of the company, and Dave Lagana, and when Impact was really great at the time with the Hardys, and there was a lot of great stuff going on in that year of 2016. Sami Callihan went against Moose. Not a bad match. Ended in DQ, pretty much. OVE came out and it came out and Moose was getting his finisher, but why did I say Triple H for? Callahan grabbed the baseball bat and hit Moose with. Pretty much then OVE started beating up Moose. Eddie Edwards came for the save, but he got beat up then. Alicia tried to stop it till the lights went out. Next thing you know, Tommy Dreamer makes a surprise, starts hitting people with kendo sticks, pile driver on Callahan, and he says he's been fighting in a war his entire career, but he said he wants to go to the extreme, and he likes a revolution. He said, you guys want a revolution, huh? Well, I got a soldier and a man whose face was busted in front of his wife. So it's going to be a 6-man tag at Redemption in a House of Hardcore match. So it's going to be OVE versus Tommy Dreamer, Moose, and Eddie Edwards. I was actually surprised to see Dreamer, but Dreamer was at that Lucha versus Impact thing, and they actually had to do with Aries coming out the next day at the House of Hardcore event with Aries announcing the triple threat match and stuff. So I guess Dreamer in the House of Hardcore thing has something to do with Impact, since he, like I say, he was there at the Impact versus Lucha event. Because I remember I was watching the Hall of Fame on Friday, and I saw him there winning the W speech, but as soon as that happened, he immediately left. I saw like 20 minutes later, he's at that event. Like, I was like, where'd you just hit the Hall of Fame? How'd you get there so quick? I guess the building was right around the corner or something. I don't know. But it was a really good event. Not good event. It was good, so I was actually surprised to see him there. Moose, he needs something better because they just kind of buried this guy after time to be a face. Josh Matthews came out talking about the whole Grand Championship being lost after he said, 17 years he fought for, and his title reign, as they said, was Arquette-esque, and called Aries a stupid vegan, but he was going to take out Petey Williams tonight. Since it was Petey versus Josh, it was pretty much by DQ, since Matt Sydal kept getting involved. And even I did kind of laugh when Josh Matthews tried to do the Canadian Destroyer for a second, but it was a DQ, and they beat up Petey Williams, since it's going to be Petey versus Sydal for the X Division title at Redemption. They played a Brian Cage clip of him beating Lashley 2 times in a row, and then, that was Bobby Lashley send off, and we all know Bobby Lashley's in the WWE right now, so we pretty much know that. Oh god, I need some water. Jimmy Jacobs and Johnny Impact had a promo in the back. Johnny Impact once again cutting bad joke promos, and he said next week he pretty much he said consider yourselves invited, invite Jimmy Jacobs and Congo Kong to the ring for next week's show. Hopefully that goes out better. Still trying to get into this Congo Kong thing, so really giving it a chance here. 6-man tag, Tyrus, Richard Justice, and Falaba versus KM, Trevor Lee, and Caleb Cobb. Nothing much to say from here. 6-man. It kind kind of pointless. They already beat the heel, so it's nothing much to say from here. Tyrus got the win, and yeah, pretty much a bonsai drop by Follow Boss, so it wasn't much to say from here. And probably the best match of the night, Taya versus Rosemary in a Demon's Dance match. Very great hardcore match. That was a very great match too. Great brawl. Something it could have been saved for the pay-per-view instead of doing it here. So, and now, you know, I guess Taya was just beat by Rosemary, pretty much, you know, getting beat in their undefeated streak. Maybe this will keep going. I don't know. Or some people think Taya could have won just to get like a cheap victory here on Rosemary. But I don't know. They think they cooled off Taya. I don't think they'd have. But we just have to like find out and see, pretty much. But it was actually a great match in this Demon Dance. The Demon Dance match, pretty good. I will say that. And I did enjoy it, especially the pile driver through the table. Really good brawl out there. So it was really good. Really great hardcore, really great kind of hardcore match. Brawl, chairs, Kindle sticks involved. Very great match. And then pretty much after they did a recap of the clips that happened at the Impact versus Lucha Underground thing, almost like a timeline from, you know, matches from LAX versus the Mech and Killshot, Eddie Edwards versus Jeremiah Crane, Don Callis getting involved, Stryker and Josh Matthews on commentary, and then, you know, kind of going into the whole Alberto no showing the whole event. The timeline of that, from the press conference to him not coming up to getting fired to the new change of the main event. So yeah. Excuse me. But yeah. Excuse me, I really got this hiccup thing going badly though. But yeah, it was the show was pretty good, I will say that. Yeah, they played a video package at the end and stuff. Sorry, I lost a little train of thought right here. I was just trying to think on everything, just try to get summary. But yeah, like I said, the main event's pretty much changed, and they really had a lot to do in the next 2-3 weeks because of the whole Alberto fucking up, screwing up things. Gotta change the main event, pretty much. It really does. So they had to really change the booking of this in under the next 2-3 weeks for the 22nd. But yeah. Excuse me. But yeah, just to say about this whole thing, I don't know the pay-per-view. Is the pay-per-view next week for the April 22nd? It may be. I'm not really sure if that's true or not. But you know, just kind of recapping on everything that happened tonight. If you want to see something, see the Demon's Dance match. I know it was pretty much hard time. We got to change up the whole, you know, you have to change up the whole main event for Redemption. So yes, you do have Pentagon Junior, Phoenix, and Austin Aries. Like I said, if you don't know about these guys, go watch Lucha Underground, figure out a little bit more. It's a lot to change in under a week or two now. Alberto El Patron, pretty much fucked everything up. So yeah, hopefully this will be a good pay-per-view coming into, because I know Impact's had a lot of hard times, and they really are, and this just kind of makes it worse because of someone's bullshit mistakes. But yeah. You got Phoenix, you got Pentagon Jr., Sierra, Medio. Yeah, we all know how that goes. Watch the show. So, yeah, I'm starting to ramble a little bit on here. But, yes, check out my review. Check out my Impact vs. Lucha Underground review. And tell me what you thought about the, thought about the show. But, yeah, pretty good show, but still odd at the same time. That's the main match you really need to go look at. And Callahan versus Moose was pretty good too. Even though if it was like 2 DQs throughout the whole night. It's not a lot of matches leading up to this. You got the return of Scott Steiner. and everything, setting up the tag team match redemption. Eli Drake and Steiner versus LAX. Conan on the mic. Yes, actually seen a clip from Impact of last in 2016, because last year they had a very horrible year last year. So I was actually seen the better part when Corgan was still around. But yeah, hopefully they can change things around in this redemption pay-per-view. But it's going to be a lot of booking changes, a lot of things to change up now because of the situations that have happened. But I'm out of here. I will see you guys later. I'm going to take care of these hiccups. So peace out.